Gokigenyo everyone, the Starlight Let's Player is here, and welcome to part 2 of No Pretty Cure 5. Oh, sorry about that. Welcome to part 2 of Yes Pretty Cure 5. And the last few parts, the last part, we did the first 3 episodes. You know, the first 2 we faced off against Giratama, or Giratima, however you say his name. And the third fight we faced off against Gamal. And the thing is, like I said before, some of these fights are actually based off some of the episodes. So the first episode, like I said, where it was Nozomi and she essentially become Cure Dream, and the second one we run into Rin and she essentially become Cure Rouge. The third will become Odora and she became Cure Lemonade in these last 3 episodes. So now we're on episode 4 of this playthrough, where we're now introduced to Komachi Akimoto, aka Cure Mint. And speaking of her, yesterday was her birthday, so wishing her a late happy birthday. But yeah, I don't know what else to expect. This one, it's like we're facing off against a swamp Kawaii. I can't really remember what the Kawaiias look like, but yeah, that's exactly what they are. And yeah, the transformation is pretty much the same. I would skip this, but we really have to go through. We have to go through with this in order to check out Cure Mint's transformation. And that's one thing that I forgot to mention about Yes Cure 5. Let's just say this for like almost every season with over 4 members here. Like, whenever you have 5 or 6 members, it can take like at least 3 to 4 minutes just for them to transform. And I thought Sonic Heroes like boss fight against Neo Metal Sonic. I thought his transformation again into Metal Sonic Overlord, I thought that was the longest, seeing that it go up for like 43 to 45 seconds there. And I noticed because like I've seen videos from some call me Johnny's review and Shar5's Everything Wrong with Sonic Heroes. So I watched both of those, and that's pretty much how I know about like the whole transformation thing. But yeah, that is Q. Yeah, as you can see, that is Cure Mister. I actually got more 100 there. I don't think you can get. I don't know if you can get a 100% or not. I don't know. I might be wrong. But yeah, there's really nothing else I can actually say. I will say, for the most part, for the most part, the music is pretty average. That's all I can say. It doesn't really sound that amazing. Like I said in part 1, Splash Star had way better music, and even then, it wasn't even. Even then, it doesn't even come close as in my like second or number 1 favorites. In fact, I would say it's probably top 3. It's not top 5, it's top 3. But yes, Pretty Cure 5, this game is something else, man. It is something else. And you're gonna see once we continue on. And spoiler alert, it took me 18 minutes just to beat this mission. Mainly because it's because the Kawaii is on the other side, and you have to maneuver the Kawaii all the way up there. Now, I would have used the grappling hook, or maybe I would have used Nozomi. I would have used the boots power up in order to like hop up there really quickly. But I don't know. I don't know. My head wasn't really thinking straight. Like, I didn't even know what the items were at the time. I knew like the grappling hook will be able to like give you. It'll be able to let you move even farther, but like I didn't know what the boots was gonna do or anything. So yeah, even to this day, I still don't know what to do. Like I said, it's been I can't really say. I know it's been 2017 since I've done this playthrough of this game. It was in March, which is the same month I'm doing this playthrough in. So I know it was 2017. So pretty much we're looking at a 4. We're pretty much looking at a 4. It's been like 4 years since I've done this. I was 16 back then, and I'm 20 years old right now, going on 21. God, I am getting older. Yeah, there's nothing else I can say. The enemy you're facing up against, the Kawaii is pretty much, like I said, it's a swamp Kawaii, and And as for the general that's part of Nightmare, that is Arachnia, and she's voiced by Somi Yomi. I, I no Somi. I can't really remember her name. I can't really remember her name that much. Yeah, actually, yeah. It's actually yeah. I was It was Yoko Somi. Yeah, yeah. That's her voice actress is Yoko Somi. And I gotta say, she does a pretty neat job as the voice of Arachnia. Like I said, it's been a while since I've watched the season, but like I said, yes, pretty good 5. It doesn't really go in my top 10, but it's completely harmless. It's harmless at best, average at worst. But yeah, tell me what you all think about Yes, Pretty Good 5. I would like to hear what you all think in the comments below. Um, But yeah, I can probably I guess it's something else I can talk about is Tropical Rouge Pretty Cure, and it's 2 episodes now. I will say like Tropical Rouge, it pretty much had a phenomenal start. For starters, like I said, for starters, I really like the opening. I think the opening is way more energetic than what I've ever seen in a particular opening. So much dancing in that so much dancing in the opening. Like I the hip shaking was expected, but what was not expected was the booty shaking. That really caught me off guard when I first watching this. Just seeing those four shaking their booties like that, that that pretty much caught me off guard, and I did not know what to think of it. But everything else, it just seems so energetic and so lively, and it just gets you really excited just watching the episode itself. Well, just watching the opening in general. Uh, the episode itself. I will say for the first episode, the way they introduced Manatsu and the way they brought Laura into the mix was really sweet and really amazing. I I especially like Laura pretty much a lot. She almost reminds me of Milky Rose, except she's more of a tsundere. That's what Laura is. That's what Laura gives me. She gives like a bunch of tsundere vibes, and and I will say like the fight against the MOTW. I can't really remember the monster's name. I can't really remember the MOTW's name, but the fight against it was all right. I will admit that. I just mostly love the transformation of Kira Summer because that it looks so amazing and so colorful. And it makes me wonder if they're ever gonna like bring in uh if they're gonna put a lot more budget into this season because because Healing Good also had a good budget. I don't like I wouldn't I can't really say the same for Star Twinkle or Huggetto because they had an average type of um budget. Mostly Huggetto because most of the budget was spent on other things, considering that they were celebrating the quote unquote 15th anniversary, which I already debunked before. But yeah, they brought in more of the budget into into both of these movies and into like that All Stars arc in the show itself. Like the quality just dropped right after those 2 episodes. But And for Star Twinkle, there were some episodes to where I felt maybe the animation and art direction could have been a bit better, but I won't really give that much harp. Like I said, Star Twinkle is my second favorite season of all time. Just saying that right now. And as for Healing Good, I feel like they pretty much picked things up despite COVID, taking a toll on the schedule and all that. Healing Good at least it still had a decent budget, and at least it finished strong. I can't really say anything about the episode itself. It's not. I would say the last episode is average. Kiss Summer, I wish they could have done her justice. They could have done her a lot better. Just like how they did with Cure Whip, how they did with Cure Yell, and how they did with Cure Star. That's what I think. And same also goes for Cure Grace as well. I just wish they could have done a bit better with Cure Summer in the final episode of Healing Good. But her introduction episode in episode 1, I would say the pilot episode really did her a lot better, and I really liked that. Though I really was not digging. I was not really digging the whole crab general. I was not digging it. I really was not liking it. Like I said before in one of my Tropical Rouge videos, I say that was a whack episode. It's a whack villain design, and the other villains, they're okay. They're pretty much okay. Not really. I don't know. I can't really give a full opinion on this. Only until we get really further into the story, and I can we also say that Manatsu is, I don't know, she's something else. Like how energetic she can be, and also the fact that she jumped on the top floor. She just hopped on the top floor of the yacht or I don't God, I don't even know what boats. I really don't know any boats or ships. This you can tell. I don't know where this is going, but yeah, the first episode was neat. I also just recently watched the second episode, and I will say, the conflict between Manatsu and Laura, that was expected since we've had one with Hikaru and Lala back in Star Twinkle. I will see that. I will admit that. And same also, it kind of also went with Lulu and Emu back in Hogato, so it was expected for Manatsu and Laura to have a bit of a conflict. You know, Manatsu really just trying to adapt in her school life, with Laura just trying to find the other three Pretty Cure, and Manatsu just focusing more on her school life rather than trying to find the other three cures. And it kind of went to this whole big debate and this whole big argument, um and yeah, that I don't know. I will say this. That it kind of reminded me of the original in one of the episodes of the original Beyblade. You know where Tyson pretty much Tyson and Kenny, they weren't really seeing eye to eye when they met Max. They weren't really seeing eye to eye, and I don't that kind of reminded me of the one of the early episodes of Beyblade, which really gotta get back into. I really have to get back into the original Beyblade series. I've watched the entire Beyblade Metal series, and I did also watch Beyblade Shogun Steel. I did watch that. I did watch Bay Wheels, which was a thing, and it was at best okay. At its worst, pretty it's pretty mediocre, I will say that. And I never really got into Bay Raiders, but you can tell I'm going off topic here, but yeah, like I said, that we're one of those episodes of Beyblade that's what the conflict between Manatsu and Laura pretty much reminded me of. But I will say, for the most part, I'm actually glad how they introduced Sango into the episode as well, and I can't wait to see how she turns out in the I can't wait to see how she turns out in episode 3. Which also, one thing that episode also reminded me, Sango's Sango's makeup shop that her mom owns kind of reminds me of how Usagi's friend how Usagi's friend's mother also owned a makeup shop, or accessory shop, I will say. It's kind of they sell different things, but it's kind of similar. The aspect of it is kind of similar. Only difference is that only happened in episode 1 of Sailor Moon, and what we see now, and what is Sango's mom's shop, that was an episode. Well, I can't really say that because we did get a cameo. We did saw that in episode 1, so yeah, those 2 episodes are pretty similar with each other, and I really liked it a lot. I really liked it a lot, and yeah, I will say, the first 2 episodes of Tropical Rouge was amazing, and they were really good. I can't wait to see what I really can't wait to see Kyokoro's debut. But I'm mostly excited for Cure Flamingo's debut, cause let me tell you, on Twitter, I do be seeing some of my friends actually becoming Flamingo stans, and she hasn't even been in an episode just yet, and already we're seeing Stan. It's basically mostly due to her looks, which I've already gushed over in one of my Tropical Rouge videos. I've already talked about how sexy she looked. So I really do like that a lot. But yeah, like I said, I can't wait for episode 3. Can't wait to see what Kyokoro can do. And it's all in all, I have a feeling this season might actually get over 45 episodes. Cause like healing, that's how many Healing Good was with 45 episodes. So it pretty much became, it broke Max Heart's record as the most shortest season of all time. 45 episodes, not bad, but I wish they could have handled it a lot better. But I can't really blame them since the pandemic thing had went on. So I can't really blame them for that. But I have a feeling Tropical Rouge won't suffer the same fate as it did. Although the movie schedule is pretty out of whack. And like I said, I can't really blame the. Like I said, it's the pandemics. I can't really blame them for that. I can't really blame them for that, honestly, due to the pandemic. But the movie schedule is pretty odd. Like we're already getting the Healing Good. Healing Good is already wrapped up, and yet we're getting the Healing Good. We're already getting the crossover movie between Healing Good and Go-Go. We're getting that in March. Well, March for Japan. I don't March for Japan. I don't know about English, but I will say the English version of that movie will probably be out either on May or June. So I can't really say much about that. But I will say the movie placement is just seemed a bit off. And I have yet to watch the Miracle Leap movie, but I will watch it soon. I'll probably give my thoughts on it, and if possible, I might actually do a full review on it. But I got my hands full. I got to do this playthrough, and I got Yes Pretty Good 5 Go-Go to do right after this one. And on top of this, I have yet another video in order to work on. Oh, by the way, I just transitioned there. I made a transition there because it was because family got back and I had to like put everything back up back. So yeah, that's why it had to do a transition, but that was earlier ago. So yeah. But anyways, I managed to get through this whole thing 18 minutes, get through that whole thing, and we're finally defeating that Kawaii. I'm actually glad I actually found something to talk about instead of actually trying to find something in this game to talk about, because there's really not that much to talk about. When I'm playing this, I'm just mostly waiting to get to Go-Go, because I will say that game is probably my second, if not my first favorite. If not my number one favorite. But yeah, we completed that. We got 2,000 points, and we got a B rank on that. We just got A ranks and B ranks. And I will say that is pretty neat. But yeah, we got a whopping 4,000 points. That's a total of 4,000 points we got in total. I got 2 A ranks and 2 B ranks. So we got 14 missions to go. I don't know if like I said multiple times, I don't know if I'm ever going to complete this game. If I get to a mission where I'm completely stuck, I will make an aftermath video explaining why I am not continuing with this game. Because I will say I'm not afraid to say this right now. Yes, Pretty Good 5, the video game, is my least favorite Pretty Good game I have ever played in my entire life. And I'll probably explain all of this in an aftermath video if I get stuck on a mission that I can't really get bypassed. But yeah, as you can see, buying a bunch of rope in order to use, in order to in order to travel further, and I'm also buying more of Nozomi's boots. That's what, yeah, that's what they are. They're Kira Dream's boots, and you can actually buy those. So you can use these to leap over gaps. You can actually leap over bottomless pits, and that's pretty useful. And as you can see, I just spent 200 points on the Pinky, and now I'm ready to tackle episode 5. And I don't know, and yeah, but yeah, as you can see, I pretty much skipped the whole transformation thing because it's exactly the same. We still got the same 4 characters, and the reason why this is because we're transitioning into episode 5. This is where we run into Karen. Apparently, she's not really buying the whole pretty cure thing, and when she finds out it was actually real, she tries to transform, but it backfired. It didn't really work. And now all of a sudden we have to wait for episode 6 in order to do that. But yeah, we're facing off against what I believe is a vacuum spider Kawaii. I'm not. Yeah, that has got to be a vacuum Kawaii. And the general we're facing off against is none other than Bunby, and he's voiced by Wataru Takagi, however you pronounce his name. But yeah, and I will say Bunby is pretty much easily one of the most important villains, if not the most important villain in in the whole Yesputaka 5 duology. The reason why is because, well, if you saw the series before, what led to believe that Bunby fell to his death in the last few episodes turns out for him to be completely alive, and he decided to, when Nightmare was defeated, he decided to work for Eternal. And if you watched Yes Particular 5 Go-Go, yeah, he worked for Eternal for a long time, and during the final, when the final battle was occurring, he actually helped out the Cures. He decided that he was going to turn over a new leaf completely, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much why I would consider him as one of the most important villains of all time. One of the most important villains in the Yes Particular 5 duology. And to this day, he's still prospering. Prospering, yeah. And we saw cameos of him in some of the DX movies. Hell, he also played a role in the All Stars arc, which I will say some of the things he done in those episodes was really stupid. Like, firstly, why the hell would he even bother working for Dr. Traum, knowing that he pretty much said himself that he was turning over a new leaf? So why the hell would he do something like this, not knowing the consequences that he's gonna face? Like, and the crazy thing is, even after, like, I can't really blame the Cures themselves for actually helping out Bunby, considering the fact that it's his own dumbass fault for actually helping out Traum on that whole completing his time machine thing. But, like, had he actually, like, he should know that Traum is an evil bastard. He's an evil old bastard. He should know that, because like I said, he worked for Eternal, and he should know that for someone who actually trying to, like, offer him to work on something that no other human would ever work on, that can pretty much smell bad news. That's what I think. Like, I can't really go full detail into these. Who knows? Maybe when I actually talk about Haruto in a whole video, I'll probably bring that up once again. But yeah, face off. Speaking of Bunby, yeah, essentially he's a he's a B-like general, and his attacks is basically like a stinger attack. So you gotta swipe those in order to knock him down, and that's pretty much all she wrote. you know, I will say the way how they handled this in Yes Particular 5, introducing all the characters, is pretty neat. Like, though like I said, um, Karen is pretty much my least favorite out of Yes Particular 5. I know some people were expecting me to like dislike like Milky Rose. Like, I will say this right now. Back then, I used to hate Milky Rose. It was back when I was 16 years old. At one point, I admitted that she was sexy, but she was still a bitch. Like, even in her human form, she was still a bitch to me. But as time went on, when I grew a bit wiser, a bit seasoned, and I looked back into the series, and I realized Milky Rose isn't all that bad. In fact, I will say she's probably my third favorite in Yes Whittaker 5 Go-Go. I just like the attitude, like the confidence and attitude she has. Like, she's matured a bit in Go-Go, especially ever since she like became a human, and ever since like during the last few episodes of Yes Whittaker 5. But yeah, I can see why a lot of people, like certain people, would dislike Milk and Yes Whittaker 5. Some of the things she's done was completely out of pocket. Like what she said to Nozomi, pretty much saying that she doesn't deserve to be a cure, or just messing up the cure's bead sculpture, which caused them to shift the blame on Nozomi, considering the fact that she did nothing wrong, and it was mostly Milk's fault, because, the whole thing going on between Nozomi and Milk. But, yeah, Kurumi, aka Milky Rose, she's an alright character. She's in my top 3 for all the Go-Go cures. She's in my top 3, and like I said before, Milky Rose isn't the reason why Go-Go failed, and she's pretty much not the reason why Whittaker was like close to cancellation. You really gotta look deep into that. But yeah, as you can see, we're introduced to Karen. I'm not talking about that Karen, I'm talking about this Karen. But yeah, we're introduced to her, and I think this is where we're probably gonna end this video right now. We're at 26 minutes in this one, and I don't want to go that deep into it. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Stick around for part 6. Stick around for part 2. Oh my god. Stick around for part 3 as we go into episode 6, where we get to meet Cure Aqua for the first time. But yeah, I will see you all in part 3. So yeah, toodles. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, by all means, give it a like. And if you want to see more of this content, be sure to hit the subscribe button and also turn those notification bells on as well. Also, if you want, you can also check out my 2 Twitter accounts. The first one being Kira Starlight, aka Starzy, and the second one being Starzy, the Pretty Cure veteran. Both of these will be in the description below. And you can also check out my Discord as well if you want to join in to talk about Pretty Cure and Neptunia and all that stuff. But yeah, that's all that said. Until then, this is the Starlight Let's Player signing out. As always, Goku Genyo, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Tell me what you want, tell me what you need. She gon' party like she in the swinging 70s. Now I'm riding through the sunset just like I'm a boss. We be riding all for the night. Girl, let's take it slow. Just wanna make sure that you're comfortable. Call you my princess, I'm your prince, just to let you know. You're such a hottie, you could be in a fashion show. Girl, let's take it slow.